Hello, welcome to 5 Minutes of Joy. This session is part 2 on vitality. I am following up on last week's video, which was on my birthday. And I talked a lot about feeling the emotions, letting them run through you and moving on. And that is a very important aspect of emotional intelligence where you're not holding on to emotions. And I wanted to share something that happened because I was flying pretty high last week. I was feeling awfully good. And a couple of days later, I had an event. Something happened that really shook me up. And so I want to talk about how vitality and emotional fluidity is beneficial for handling all kinds of situations. I was completing a long, beautiful walk in a redwood forest with my husband. And as we were heading back towards the car, I stepped aside to let a couple and their dog go by, tripped and had my hands in vest pockets, and they got stuck and they wouldn't come out. And I fell face forward. I fell very hard. You can see that. I know it's horrible. And I was really shook up because I had fallen a month ago in a weird accident in my kitchen. It's like, what is going on? This time, my whole body was impacted and I was fairly depressed for a couple of days. Besides feeling bad physically, emotionally, I was just like, oh, I felt very deflated. And sometimes depression, temporary depression, comes when you have an expectation that shifts, a sudden shift in expectation. And I had a very sudden shift in expectation. I did go see massage therapists I love and my chiropractor a couple of days later and felt immediately better physically, which also helped my mind. So that's a side note that our physical state impacts our mental state, impacts our emotional state. It's all interrelated. And so one of the things that happened while I was in my little state of depression was watching my thinking and that pull to want to be mad at myself, be mad at the universe, like go into a kind of negative thinking. And I would catch myself and then go, no, not going to go there. Things are going too well. I'm too happy in my life. I am not going to allow myself to be pulled down. And so there's that fluidity of emotions that comes, and it has a lot to do with just staying present with what's going on and making a choice. The other point I want to make is that when something like this happens, it's like, okay, what's going on? Everything has meaning. I mean, sometimes, yes, there are freak accidents or just some, as a spiritual teacher once said to me, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. But this felt significant, and I wanted to really look at why. And the first message that came in my mind is we are living on a physical world. We are physical, and that I needed to be aware of that, more aware of that, because I've been kind of flying high lately. A lot of things going on, wonderful opportunities, and I can easily get into this realm of spirituality and connecting with spirit, and that spirituality though needs to be grounded in the physical. And so I often will, in fact, almost always, when something big happens, I go, okay, what is this about? Not so much why is this happening, and I did give myself a few minutes to feel sorry for myself. I suggest set the timer for 5 minutes and feel as sorry for yourself as you can. And then when the timer goes off, be done. Because self-pity has a very minimal payoff. But I did feel a little sorry for myself. Anyway, so that idea of, well, what's the significance? What's the lesson here? What do I get out of this? Because so much of what we look at as painful and horrible and terrible is actually bringing us an opportunity to grow, to opportunity to step up and be more fully who we are, be a bigger person, as it were, a bigger self that we can be. And so I really wanted to get that message to you that yes, it's about feeling the feelings and letting them move on, but it's also about connecting our thinking, our understanding, and our spirituality, whatever you want to call it, to allow the information to come down and then be grounded in through the body. So that's what I wanted to share today. Hope it's helpful. Take what you can, leave a comment, reach out to me. If you ever want to have a complimentary consultation, you can always go to my website, joyeseldon.com, JOIESELDON.com. So that's it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Blessings.